Hey friends, so today is budget meeting day for the first, for the first half of January. If you're just seeing my hair and it has paint in it, or you're like, what are those white flecks? It's paint. I just painted our kitchen, which is right behind me. Hello. Look at those beautiful cabinets. They're all beautiful, crisp white now. So anyway, moving on. We're going to be having our budget meeting, and I am going to try and record, or at least share with you guys as much as I can from our meeting. So let me just flip you guys around and show you kind of what we have going on. We're a little bit late to this. I think just the holidays really threw us off. And I'll be honest, I'm feeling very anxious about our budget this month. I was sort of playing around with the numbers last night, I believe, before, or yesterday, like evening, before Elias got up from his last nap. And I was looking at things and it doesn't look very good. So we'll see how that goes, which is why I want to share this with you guys, because honestly, like, it can be so easy to watch people's videos and watch them talk about their budget, and like they have all this extra money to throw at whatever their goal is, and you can just be sitting there like feeling so defeated and frustrated and knowing that like that's not your story right now, and that's not our story right now. That's not our story at all. That hasn't ever been our story, really. So I just want to be real with you guys and share this with you. But let me let Kiki out, because of course she needs to go out now the second Mom's doing something, and then I'll show you our kind of what we have as far as the setup. All right, friends, I'm waiting for my hubby to get home from picking the little guy up from our daycare, who was actually my babysitter, my aunt and my grandma today. But this is our budget binder that we have out. I just flipped it to January, and then I just have a notepad here with a couple pens and do some snacks, because like I said, I'm stressed out about this right now, and so snacks make everything better. So we're gonna sit down and just look over everything. We're probably also gonna pull out our every dollar and or our Excel spreadsheet to look over things as we go, but that will just be on our phones. So that's kind of where we are. I'm just waiting for the hubby to get home, and we will get started.
Is for December 2018. Okay, so what did we do well last month?
What did we do well last month? Did we stay within our range for Christmas presents for the people?
You're asking me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think that's what we did well. Well, it's one thing that we did well. We
yes.
can go over on our budget for Christmas.
Yes.
The food planning. Yes, we did the food prep.
Ooh, yeah, that was good.
We saved a lot of money on that.
Yeah, and we're gonna save a lot of money.
Yeah, continue to save.
Yeah.
You're gonna rip Mama's stuff.
You can have this one.
I do have my phone.
Yahtzee! Yeah, so I really like the freezer meals. Those are making me really happy.
So
easy.
I did 2.
Oh, I usually only do, I think 2 is a good number for things we did well. Yeah, I was going to say the same things. I was going to say the Christmas budget, and I didn't have anything else, so that's good. And then what could we improve upon? Oh!
For December or for?
From December.
From December?
Yeah.
I guess what we're going to do this month is not eat out as much and
be
intentional about eating what we take for lunch or what we have here.
I think, I feel like this is kind of where a lot of like, what I'm feeling like the stress stemmed from last month was just the fact that like, just having like the holiday mentality, like, like oh, it's the holidays, and just kind of like excess spending, I think, and like kind of dipping into like our savings, and not really being super conscious of like actually sticking to the budget, like, and just kind of being like, oh, you know, it's just like one time a year, like it's fine. But I feel like that's just kind of like rolled from one thing to the next. Oh, you found my heart. Thank you. Okay, and then what are our goals for this month?
Our goals for this month.
I think one we already said is like the no eating out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know like that's a cop out or not.
No, that's good. That's good because we learned from last month and then we're going to improve on it.
It's like a goal together.
Yeah, and it can be anything, like just financial stuff.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, well, for me, taking the lead on our budget. So,
what does that look like?
Being more I guess making it a priority to make sure that I'm checking our bills. Well, even though some of them aren't, well, all of them are okay, but make sure that I see the bills are coming out and that our budget is going according to plan. Now we budget in the beginning of the month and make sure that I know our account numbers, not like the numbers, but like the financial numbers in them.
Any other goals? I mean, like our snowball goal is like $500 a month. So trying to do that. We'll have to kind of see, obviously, what it will look like as far as our other stuff that's going on. But I'd like that to be our goal for the year, just consistently.
Hey guys, so it is the next morning. I'm getting ready to go to work, but I thought I would share with you guys kind of the results of our budget meeting. I know things we had to kind of like stop filming because we ate dinner and Elias needed us, so we stopped kind of like recording what was going on in the meeting, but we did finish our meeting, and so I just want to share with you guys kind of our results. And I'm gonna insert little screenshots of our every dollar budget as well, so that you guys can see that and see kind of what I'm talking about. So starting with I'm going to start with our giving. So this was really the thing that I was most worried about for this month. I really felt like we didn't have the extra space in our budget, but of course, like, the tithe is the first thing that you do. So our goal for this year is actually to give above our tithe and to still have money to put towards our snowball. Now, technically, each month we should be able to do that, but this month is a little bit weird because we had a couple of things come up that are not like regular items. So we are still doing our 10% tithe, which I'm not going to actually share that amount with you, but that's kind of like I don't know how to say, like, that's kind of like the catalyst of what really started my panic for this month. So after that, for our cash envelopes, we're doing $20 for date night, and what we're going to be doing is we'll go on like one date a month this month, or one date this month, but we're going to be using gift cards that we have. So we have tons of gift cards for different things, movies and restaurants and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to use that, but we wanted to give ourselves a little bit of cash for like a tip and things like that. And then the next cash envelope we have is our groceries. So for groceries, we are only planning to spend $120, and we're really going to spend and eat out of what is in our pantry, fridge, and freezer. So we did a lot of freezer meals at the end of, or the middle of December. So we're going to be using those and just eating really diligently what we already have. The other category is for diapers and formula for Elias, which we do need to buy still. So that is for $100, and I'm sure the grocery challenge is $120. For housing, our mortgage is $2,260, which we did pay already. All of our bills are pretty much set. The only thing that we would have kind of a leniency with is our security, which I've kind of played around with the idea of canceling that, but it's really for peace of mind for my husband. He's the one who really kind of fought for that, so we're keeping that in the budget. The biggest thing that has thrown our budget off this month is a dentist bill. It's for $336. I had to get a tooth removed in December, and we were just going to pay for like the tooth removal, which would have been 20 bucks with our insurance, but my dentist or the oral surgeon really recommended doing a bone graft as well. And so that's in case I ever want to put an implant there, but it's also more so just because the tooth that I got out is way in the back. So it's more so so that my sinuses don't cave in, because if that happens and I end up wanting an implant, they have to go in and do a sinus lift, do a bone graft, and then do the implant also. So it'd be a lot more costly and the recovery would be a lot longer. So we went ahead and did that. It was about $670. We just split the cost right down the middle. So our last payment for that is $336, and that will come out on Friday. So basically we just did the payments like 3 weeks apart, I think. For gas, we planned for $240. And then lifestyle, we do still have some personal money this month, even though it is a tight month. I just find that if we don't have personal money, just at least, you know, a bit, then we really kind of get a little bit crazy and go a little wild. So we'll each get $50. My coach fee for Beachbody, which just keeps like our memberships open, is $16. Haircuts for my husband is $30, and then we do always plan in like an oops fund because something always comes up. So just to have a little bit of a buffer, which for us is $40. All right, auto insurance is $145. Our life insurance is $75. And then this sinking fund category is where we kind of played around with things the most to get our budget really to fit and work for us this month. So we're only allocating to 3 sinking funds, which are household, which will get $50. That covers things like repairs, it covers stuff for our pool, it covers if we have to have someone come out to look at something, you know, like I said, like repairs, things like that. So kind of any household things. So it'll cover light bulbs, it'll cover just like miscellaneous stuff that we don't buy very often, but when it comes up, it's something that we need, like a filter for our refrigerator, things like that. Our medical fund will also get $50 because there's always medical stuff, like even if it's just prescriptions, so things like that. And then Elias's fund will get $25 because he is always needing things sometime. So that gets $25 for this month. These are usually a lot higher and more, but again, just because we're pretty slim this month, we're really only allocating to those 3. So for our debt, we have my car, which is $300 is our minimum payment. PayPal is $39. My husband's car is $215, and then Home Depot is $57 for this month. We're going to be making a return to Home Depot also. So hopefully that will get rid of that payment, but we'll probably still make a payment to that because we do have some buffer that we kind of put in now. And then the last thing we have on here is daycare for our son, which is $500 each month. He's going to a new daycare, so it's going to be $250 at the beginning of the month and $250 in the middle of the month. So his new daycare is actually a lot cheaper than our old one. We were paying $840 a month for his old daycare, so $340 less. And then the months that had 5 weeks, we were paying over $1,000. So like half the cost is going to be his new daycare. So we're really excited about that, and that's going to be a big change for us and something that's really good for our budget. So once we got all this said and done, we actually have $273 left over that we'll be allocating towards our snowball. Hopefully we can get a little bit more than that, but we will see. So that's where we are. Our budget meeting last night was pretty crazy, but it was nice to just kind of work through everything and get it all ironed out. And then moving forward, we won't have things like this dentist bill. Some of our utilities are a little bit higher this month than usual, so we'll be adjusting those things accordingly, and hopefully things will be a lot better. And then I do just want to share with you guys our goals for this month that we talked about. We talked about them in the budget meeting, but just in case you missed them. No eating out, so again, eating out of our fridge and pantry and freezer. My husband wants to take the lead on budgeting, so really just, just taking the lead on it. Just knowing obviously what all of our numbers are, knowing what's going on when, and things like that, because like I've mentioned to you guys before, that's really been like my kind of bag of tricks. So he's getting really more invested in that. And then the last goal is $500 to our debt snowball. So as you can see, we have another like $230 to find if we want to hit that goal, which we do. So hopefully I can sell some stuff, work some overtime, get a little bit more in my paycheck, things like that, and then we'll be able to hit that goal. So that is where we are at for January. So I'll be doing a mid-month budget update with you guys towards the middle of the month and tell you what we're doing, how our progress is going, and all that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the budget meeting. It's definitely something a little bit different. Let me know if you like that, if you really want to see more of that, like, kind of in the moment, real life, real time budget discussion happening, because I would like to share that more with you guys if you're interested. So that's all I have for you today, friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.